How's it going, dude? What's up?
You talking to me?
Well, I think you qualify as a dude.
Sometimes. Why do you have a guitar?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Things are going to get serious here today. Yeah, usually we just talk at each other. But today we're here to talk about Henning's pedal tone licks course that's coming out this week. Now, this is interesting because I went through the first couple modules on this and I found it very interesting because I originally thought this was going to be a course in, getting guitar tones with pedals. And it turns out that nothing could be further from the truth. Like, well, no, this is a simple concept you're referencing. And I've never heard it in this context because I'm not a music school guy. So for all of those out there who don't have Berkeley degrees, what the hell are we talking about, Henning? Please explain.
Getting toned with pedals. Wow. So, but I mean,
well, you're the big fucking pedal nerd. I come over to your place, you got like 3,000 pedals. Oh, look at my pedal collection. This is what I would obviously think.
Obviously. By the way, I want to point out that my guitar is much prettier than yours. Just to throw that out there, okay? Hey, I just got this today. It's actually a guitar I'm super excited about. So, anyway, moving on. Pedal tones. Back in the churchy times, in the Bach times, that's how you say it, Bach, not Bach. They had these.
Like your best friend Sebastian.
Yeah, it's like that guy. So these church organs have pedals, and you play them with your feet, and that's actually all the low stuff. And usually they did doodle 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 on top of a pedal tone.
Right. And
that's where the idea comes from, or where the name comes from. What it is simply some kind of theme, usually a moving line or some kind of melody or whatever, but there's always a tone in between. And we know this stuff, especially when we're talking about riffs. So we have... I mean, we know this stuff.
Right.
But we don't know that it's a pedal tone riff. In this case, it's a riff. Well, why is that? Well, because we have a tone going on that's always the same tone, and that's at A. And then we just have moving notes. And we're playing two notes. Actually, Glenn, what you're doing most of the time when you're doing the drop D stuff, that's a pedal tone riff.
It's like pedal tones all over metal. Old Megadeth riffs. Yeah, been playing that since I was 17. I didn't know that was called a pedal tone riff. You figure all the guitar magazines I've read and have in my collection, somebody would have mentioned that at some point, but apparently not.
Well, this, of course, in riffing, that's obviously now with 7 and 8 string even more, because you really just like have that rhythmic low element. But when it comes to licks, because we're not talking about riffs, a riff for me is a rhythmical thing. It's a rhythm part. A lick is a theme or little idea in a solo part. And when you go take this course, you're going to have vocabulary, ideas to put into your own improvisation, into your own solos. You're not supposed to take exactly what I'm doing. You're supposed to get these ideas into your fingers. And so what Glenn did is a very simple introduction to it, where we stay with open strings. That's relatively easy. I mean, we know this. We actually know this.
And demonetized.
What is that? That's a pedal tone lick, because that's right there. All pedal tone stuff.
Hey, you can't play that. You look like the drummer in that video, not the guitar player.
Oopsie. So with open strings, this is all there. So the lesson that Glenn did, you did the one that I just played, right?
Yeah, it's the G one, right?
I think it was on G, yes.
Yeah, the 024579 thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's cool. It's like, and the thing is, I immediately saw what I've been doing wrong all the time because I was like up picking on the down note kind of thing. I'm like, oh, this is why I emailed Henning last night. I'm like, yeah, try it out. My wrist is sore. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I realized I need better picking discipline. That kind of thing. It's like
that's a big thing, picking direction, because Because
Like
the question is, where is your moving note right now? Was your moving note on the downstrokes or on the upstrokes? Like that.
No, I got it right there. I just worked at it there. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I got it. But I mean, like, it's like one of my favorite pedal tone licks ever was probably Iron Maiden's Wasted Years. And that's what I learned how to alternate pick on when I was 15 years old when that came out. And I'm like, that took me forever to get right, Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's the exact same thing.
Because what you just did is you had that open E sometimes one time and sometimes two times.
Sure.
Right?
And the thing is, you actually got, that's at half speed. You're actually supposed to do that on 16th notes.
Oh, hey, you can get the speed up later without a problem. Now, what you just did was the pedal, the moving line was always one note.
Sure.
And then you had that rhythm of that moving line happened because you had the gaps filled with either one E or two E's. Now, you can also do pedal tone licks where the melody line is one note or two notes. So you have... So right now, I only had the E one time, but then my melody is... And there's two melody notes. So you can get really cool rhythms and patterns in there. Obviously, we're going to run out of cool open strings to do. Right?
Yep.
So did you get to one where you actually had to fret the pedal tone?
No, but I immediately got what you meant, because I used to write licks like this when I was 17, and it's like, turns out I'd just been doing it all this time and didn't know what it was called, like. That kind of stuff.
Exactly. So first I'll show you the basics, and then we're going to talk about the moving line on the downbeat or the moving line on the upbeats, which means the pedal is actually heavier and on the downbeat, which is more the thing you don't do. You usually want the melody to be the obvious thing. So the next thing we're going to do is actually take that and fret that note. And that's where it actually gets kind of more difficult, because now you don't have the open string. You actually have to move around that note with your fingers. Let me show you. And so on. And then we go into playing a whole scale. We're going step by step. You can literally do this without any knowledge. And we're going to take the C and we're going to play the C scale. But every single time, between every note, we are actually playing that C. And that can get kind of difficult. So that's what it looks like. And then we can do this here. And so on and so on. So
right. I'm not going to attempt that right now.
Well, the thing is, if you do it slowly, what you learn from pedal tone licks isn't just playing this semi-classical bullshit. It is picking direction. It is, as Glenn said, good alternate picking. And watch what my right hand has to do here. I have to string skip quite a bit. I have to jump over one or two strings. And that's where it gets really interesting, because that's technique that you're going to need for riffing for anything. So in addition to it being fun and some cool stuff, it teaches you a lot of precision when you string skip. We had the pedal low. Now let's take the same thing and the pedal high. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, but with the C up here. And that is something that you guys are going to cry about, because your pinky will have to be the whole time here. That's something that Malmsteen plays in a ridiculous speed, because he's practiced that all his life. There's this one thing on Fire and Ice where I can't even do, and he's literally doing it, whoop, and it's over, and he's doing all this. Takes a lot of practice to get that right. The picking direction is important, and again, we're taking the course more and more complicated. We're doing some Steve Morse type of licks. We're doing my favorite pedal tone lick, which actually incorporates single notes and double notes. And every time you've got two melody notes, your picking direction changes because you're adding two notes on the melody. All of a sudden, your pedal tone is on the downbeat. So I'm going to show you my favorite pedal tone lick. I love that damn thing.
Wow.
And you can play that over a minor, over a major. That thing works in so many different settings, and it's always fun because it's got this nice, jumpy kind of thing happening.
Okay, we gotta remind people, okay, this isn't the full lesson here. You actually have a course here, and how long is this course?
It's about 2.5 hours, 22 lessons. There's a full PDF with all the stuff in notation and tab. And in my course, first of all, I wear this shirt. Just for you, Glenn, today, the course shirt. It's very important. The shirt I wear, it's got to be in tune metaphysically with the notes that I'm teaching.
Well, let's see the shirt in action. Let's show people what they're going to be getting for their money.
It doesn't work anymore and play it slower than that. That's already kind of a challenging speed. Can I do it faster? Yes. But can I do it consistent at that speed? It's already... Okay, so we're starting on the second 16th in this instance. 1 E and D, 2 E and D, 3 E and D, 4 E. So I just went over with my ring finger. One more time. Pay attention to the sound. I'll try to do this with a click and very likely fail. Never tried this.
All right, so basically you're gonna make me a Malmsteen but with better hair than you?
And less of an ass. Oh, wait a second. With you, that's different. I don't know if my course can do that.
Fair enough. Okay.
No, what you've just seen, I am very anal.
I've been to your house. I agree. It certainly smells like it.
I'm anal about a guitar course should have the tabs on the screen so that at any point in time you can pause and look at what's going on. I don't want to go and look on the fretboard and try to find out what frets he's playing in. I want to look at
I thought that was great. I was going through it. I'm like, oh, I see exactly what he's doing. Great. And I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah,
I gotta say this, man.
I want to rhythmically know what's going on because it's on the fucking screen.
Yeah, I agree. And I gotta say this, you're not funny, but you can really teach.
Oh, these are free. Glenn, only you get these for free with the course. Where's my money?
Wonderful. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So, no, it's important to me.
Again, you guys see what I was talking about, the not funny part.
I'm trying to push the damn course here. You get a good left hand, you get a good right hand. camera, not job. On the that's all that stuff's important to me. If I'm talking about picking, you need to see this up close, and of course the right shirt is very important for the lesson. So this isn't the be all end all of pedal tone courses, but it goes from brutal beginner to a really cool etude in the end. And it's definitely going to get you started on a really cool journey to explore these and make up your own shit, and then use it in improvisation. In the intro, there's me just improvising, completely unrehearsed over a track and just playing a lot of these licks and ideas. And if you combine that with arpeggios, you combine that with scales and pentatonic licks, maybe some bluesy stuff if you've seen the blues course, your vocabulary will grow quite a bit. So it's just good shit to know.
Like I said, as soon as I went through the first lesson, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. This is actually cool. And the thing is, it just immediately started giving me some ideas on stuff I can incorporate into my own playing. So I thought that was great.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It is a very untaught thing. There aren't a lot of courses on it. I'm not going to name a name, but there's a player that I highly respect, who's an ultra shredder. The guy can play fast. I mean, scales up and down, fast. He's a very good guitar player. And I did a video with him, and I usually throw my little lick at people to see, how fast can they absorb new information. And he said, I've never played a pedal tone lick in my life. And my mind was blown because this guy is good. Mm-hmm. And he's a master shredder guy. He played with some of the biggest people on the planet, and he's never played a pedal tone lick in his life. And it would fully fit into his style. So I'm like, why wouldn't he have done that? So yeah, it's definitely something that once you wrap your head around it, you will use that in your playing, no matter what the style. For example, very quick, there's one lesson in there about hybrid picking.
Oh.
What am I doing? There's a freaking A the whole time. What does it make it? It makes it a pedal tone lick here.
So you're picking with a pick and finger picking.
Yeah. It's hybrid picked.
Jeez.
That's like, that's what the country guys do. And in country, there's a lot of pedal tone stuff. It is literally everywhere. So now for only, I don't know how many bucks, Glenn figures that out, this can be yours, and you can look at me for 2.5 hours and then no more.
Yeah, so normal price on this is $79. We're going to have an introductory price of only $59 this weekend. It's a really cool course if you want to check it out, if you want to get better and maybe open up some different ideas into your playing and kind of branch out into some different directions.
Glenn, $59? Are we fucking insane? Are we slashing prices here? Is it Sunday?
Apparently, yes, it is.
So you're going to have me sitting here for days. I mean, practice guitar for 30 years and then sit here for days and edit and do 22 lessons and do tabs and do all the shit in amazing 4K in a beautiful shirt with amazing hair. And then we're only going to sell it for $59?
Apparently.
That seems too cheap if you ask me. But hey, you're the boss, your website. Fine then.
I swear, if I didn't pick up guitar, I'd probably be working on a used car lot. Only I can do crazy deals such like as this.
Sunday at Spectre Digital. Get pedal tone licks for only $59.
And then explode it.
No. Yes. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, but I produced those spots, by the way. I worked in a local ad agency, and I did used car dealer spots. And
is that when you were in LA?
Yeah, wait. You know what we're going to do?
We should do one of those for Facebook, man. Like as a joke.
Here's the thing. Only for your viewers, I'm going to show you something. Let's take 4 minutes out of your life. We're going to go to black screen, and I'm going to show you a ad campaign that I did for Dawn's Auto Center, used car dealership in Fontana, where we actually did styles. So we have an Alice in Chains, we have a Metallica, we have a Lincoln, what are the people with the face paint people? I'm going to play this for you just for fun. How to sell used cars in metal.
When you're driving around, when you're thinking that your ride sucks, but just zero down,
We can put you in a car, but what about APR? As low as 2.9, then for 149 a month, you better get in line. Cause out there is a place to go. Cause out there is a place to go. Get in there. I'll set fire.
350 cars to choose. With 2.9%, yeah, I can lose. 149 a month with 0 down. It beats driving home.
Downtown Center is the place to go. Get it at down. Downtown Center. 149 a month with 0 down. 2.9% financing that ought to get you around. Downtown Center is the place to go. Get it at down. Downtown Center. I need a car, but I have no dough. Come on, tell me, man, where could I go? 2.9% is what I found. 49 a month with 0 down. Downtown Center is the place to go. Get it at Don's. Downtown Center.
And we're back. Wasn't that fun? There's also country and rap ones, but I'm going to spare you those.
Well, thank you so much for that. And just remember, we are trying to actually sell you a Henning's course, not a used car. But
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. There's there's no financing. You have to actually pay the stamp stuff in cash or PayPal or credit card. We're not going to finance the course.
but it's cheap enough people can actually afford this. That's great. And especially because we're only selling it for $59, much to Henning's chagrin. Yes, because that's really what he's worth. We recommend you grab it this weekend while you can, while it's on sale. Anyway, all right, so that is Henning's Pedal Tone Licks course. Once again, on sale this weekend only. Grab it while you can before the prices go back up to normal. Henning, thanks so much for being on the show. Always a pleasure. And thanks for the really cool lesson. I will definitely be implementing some of those ideas into my own playing.
Yeah, get to do the whole damn thing. I mean, I don't know when you do it, but I know you would enjoy it. And it's definitely all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, yeah, the principles, it's like, oh, well, I've been playing this kind of stuff my whole fucking life. So it's like, okay, I get exactly where you're coming from.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting me hang. And I shall go back on the couch and continue Horizon, something about the West. I finally found a video game I can play again, and I'm going to take the time to do it.
Okay. Great. All right, man. Take care.
See ya Sunday.